Hey guys, how are you doing? Recently, I have upgraded my iPhone 12 to iPhone 17 Sage color, the green color. And in this episode, we are going to see the quick unboxing and the basic setup instructions, how to set it up as a new iPhone, or if you're coming from old iPhone to the new one, then how to do the data transfer, the eSIM transfer. And I also have got an ultra thin case for this iPhone 17 green color. Would like to share that also in this episode. So the very first thing is when you open the iPhone 17, any model that you buy, please be careful because I have noticed that the bottom side sticker is kind of stuck to it, the box and the lid and the box. So it makes the opening a little bit difficult. It makes people to drop their iPhone on the floor while opening it by standing position and as you can see, the phone immediately slips away while opening and easily it could fall on the floor. So please be careful while unboxing any of the iPhone 17 this year. Inside, we just have the charging cable, the USB-C to C cable. And if it is in certain country units, you will have the physical SIM option. In such case, it will have the SIM ejector pin. Otherwise, if it is dual eSIM model, you will not have that SIM ejector pin. There are no instruction manuals, surprisingly, because Apple have put all those things in digital format within the settings general about section. Compared to the other colors, I went with the green because it kind of looks a little bit strong and different than the other colors. So let's quickly peel off the sticker and have a look at the gorgeous display. So here is my previous iPhone 12, the product red color, which I had. Recently, I sold it to one of my contact and I have maintained it very well because it was mostly indoor usage and the paint chipping and all other problems was not an issue for me. Here you can see that the iPhone 17 green color looks kind of different, coming from the product red. The color is not too strong, but it is more like a matte finish in the background. And right now I'm using iPhone 16 Pro Max as my daily driver. I will bring a comparison video, my experience after a week of usage, how the overall experience is. So to transfer all the data from my iPhone 16 Pro Max, simply I have to bring the iPhone nearby. During the new iPhone 17 setup, if I see the quickly set up iPhone instruction, simply bring it nearby and you will see the instruction on the iPhone 16 Pro Max with a pop-up that says, with your Apple ID, do you want to transfer all the data from the 16 Pro Max to the 17? You can click yes and continue following the instructions on your new iPhone and the old iPhone to start with the process. So for the first time during the setup, if you are planning to set it as a new iPhone, you don't have any old iPhone, then you will see the activation screen that the purchase date or from the date that you're trying to set up the iPhone will be the activation date that warranty information related things starts from. So all the basic other steps will be provided to you in the wizard, like the Face ID and iPhone passcode related setup, the keyboard language preference, and if you want to transfer apps and data from another iPhone or from a Mac or a computer or from Android device, you can choose that step right here. If you have an iCloud backup, then of course for trade-in or exchange program, if you have already sold your iPhone after taking the full backup on iCloud, you can use this option. For transferring data from Android, you need to install the Move to iOS on your Android phone. Then you can scan the QR code by tapping on the top right corner, the QR symbol, or you can enter the two-factor authentication or some sort of authentication that will be shown in the next step on your Move to iOS app on Android to start the process. Simply follow the instructions on the screen that will help you to complete the process. And you can create an Apple ID if you're a new iPhone user or use an existing Apple ID to download all the contacts, notes, and all of the information easily to your iPhone 17 in this particular process. The location service is also an important thing that you need to make sure it is on so that if the phone is theft or lost, you can easily locate that device. Next is the eSIM transfer. The eSIM, if there is any eSIM registered on your another iPhone, the old iPhone, you can use this instruction page to set it up easily on your new iPhone 17. If the phone is nearby, you can click the transfer from nearby iPhone or use a QR code scanning method to complete the eSIM transfer process. If there is any trouble happened during the eSIM transfer process, if you see any error and the signal coverage disappears on your old iPhone and the new iPhone as well, then you need to contact the customer care because the number would have been, went back to the server. So they have to initiate the process once again to by sending the QR code to your registered email for the mobile number, and then you can complete the process. So all other basic features will be displayed on the setup wizard, the camera control and the action button. The demo will be shown on the screen before taking you to the home screen of the device. The emergency SOS setup, the Siri setup instructions. You can decide whether to set it up right now or you can set it up later in the settings app, after entering the home screen. This year, Apple have put the 120Hz display on the iPhone 17. They should have done it with the iPhone 16 itself, but we know Apple does everything so late. And finally, we now have the 128 screen on the iPhone 17. People coming from iPhone XR, iPhone 11 and 12 models will notice some good difference while using the app. And my friends who have experienced the iPhone 17 who are using the iPhone 16 models said like there is no big difference with the 120Hz display on the iPhone 17 because the 16 display is absolutely good. There is no doubt about it. But over long-term usage, they will definitely notice the difference of 120Hz display and the 60Hz display, that they are using right now is what I think. And I have also published the video about the iPhone 17, the lavender color. We'll leave the link to that in the description and in the first pinned comment. I have also unboxed the iPhone Air. The Pro and Pro Max videos are coming up. So if you want to have a quick look at the color difference, you can check that video also. And here is the ultra thin case that I went with. It is a very cheaper one and matches the green color of the iPhone 17 Sage. The cutout are perfect. You can find some cases on Amazon. I don't like wearing a bulky case. I want to feel the lightness of the device because the iPhone 16 Pro Max that I'm using right now it feels like a brick. So I just want to go for a light usage type of handling. So iPhone Air was my first preference, but I didn't want to make the compromise of hardware features missing on the iPhone Air. I will talk about it in our upcoming video, like who should choose the iPhone Air, or you should consider the iPhone 17 over the value for money purchase. The case perfectly fits the iPhone and it feels like it maintains the same lightweight, the 177 grams or 175 grams, I believe. The weight is perfectly maintained to handle it in one hand without of the case adding further weight to the device. The flash section cutout is also perfect. Whichever case you go online, they will have a separate cutout for the flash, True Tone flash located in the iPhone 17. The dual camera system, the ultra wide angle lens and the wide angle lens this year, both are 48 megapixel. And at the bottom, you can see the speaker cutout and the USB-C port. Overall, it feels excellent, coming from the 6.9-inch 16 Pro Max. You may also consider a case with the MagSafe feature, the same ultra thin type of cases with the MagSafe also available on Amazon. You can check that out too. This one don't have MagSafe, but if you're using the MagSafe charging and any MagSafe stand or any other features, then it is recommended to go for the MagSafe version of the ultra thin case. Have a basic protection of while keeping the iPhone on the desk or on the floor to prevent scratches. The camera area protection should also be there on the case. So make sure to check that too before going for that. How do you like the green color, the iPhone 17 Sage color? Do share your thoughts in the comment below and do experience it at the showroom personally. Then you may go for one based on your interest. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more iPhone, iPad and Mac related contents. We'll see you on the next episode. Thank you and have a wonderful day.